Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
It's Clobberin time! Clobberanimo!
Greetings, clobberers, clobberanimos, clobberoids, clobberettes, clobberooskies, clobberoids, clobberdrikes, whatever. The secret, of course, to everyone else is to bang the rocks together, guys. Hey. Welcome to Clobberin Time, Wildcard Wednesday night, my dear friends. So happy to be here. So happy to be here with you on this wonderful Wednesday night. This is Clobberin Times, issue number 588 on YouTube. Issue number 1,288 overall for the past 14 years. And as we always call it, Clobberin Times, Wildcard Wednesday night. And I'm so glad to see you. Just hang out with you guys. It's an open geekness, nothing special. Except you guys make it special for being here. And before I do my shout outs to all of you, I will do a few show notes because I got a bunch of them. Why not? Show notes are fun. Well, show notes are cool. We like them. So, what else? What's going on? Tomorrow night, of course, I'll be over there hanging out with the Midnight's Edge crew over there, the great Tom Connors and that august group there. Looking forward to that. Of course, that's 6 p.m. Central. And then it's Clubhouse night. That Clubhouse is in session. My wonderful first officer and the return of the great chief engineer, Mark D. with the C, will be joining me for our usual. We will have, of course, as you know, we review a couple episodes of Tales of Tomorrow and an episode of Jerry Anderson's UFO. And then we have a new feature that we'll be introducing tomorrow night. It is Clobby's Star Trek comic books review. And we'll review one Star Trek comic, each Clubhouse. And a little bit later tonight, I will show you a sneak preview. And let's see what else is going on up in here. Then, of course, Friday night, I'll be hanging with Nick Weiser and his Comic Shop Talk boys per usual, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Oh, wait, I take it back. Nick will be out of town, so he's not sure if he's going to have one or not. So if not, but it's usually Friday night. Sorry about that. Keep forgetting. Sorry, Nicholas. But for sure, Saturday night Star Trek will be in session. 9 p.m. Central Standard Time with 4 more episodes of Deep Space Nine to be reviewed by myself and my magnificent first officer, the wonderful, the lovely Commander R.M. Briggs. And then it'll be up at the Chief Engineer's channel, who has just gotten monetized. Please go to his channel if you have not. The great Mark D with a C. And his Sunday night geekery, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Always hanging out with him. And that is always a great time. And then there's a special double feature. For next Monday night, I have a special double feature going on as the second Monday of the month, the B month, at 6:30 at a special time. The first show A, actually, even though it's the B show, really, will be with my great buddy J-Man. He will join me on Earth B for the B Monday of every month, which we will have a Bob Haney, a Wacky World of Bob Haney presentation, where we will review a Bob Haney masterpiece from 1976, in this case, Brave and the Bold number 125. J-Man, gasp, choke. Looking forward to that. Obviously, usually we're reviewing 3 weeks out of the month we review a Legion of Superheroes appearance, covering the whole chronology of the great Legion of Superheroes. But on the B Monday of every month, the second Monday of every month, we cover some Bob Haney brilliance. The craziest, the zaniest writer who ever wrote a comic book, and boy, you're gonna be looking at some zaniness in this one. I had so many. There were so many zany ones to choose from. I mean, maybe not quite in the class with some of the other ones we've done before this, but I'm telling you, man, this is, oh boy, some bonkers fun stuff. J-Man and I will enjoy sharing with you next Monday night at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. He's in the Eastern time zone, so it'll be 7 for him. And of course, later at 9 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, sorry, it'll be a regular edition of Monday Night Mark C. Comics Talk as well, where I will, well, what else do I do? I'll talk comics in some way, shape, matter, or form. There may be some organization to it. Who knows? We'll see. And then a week from tonight, next Wednesday, I'm proud to pronounce that it won't be a simple wild card. You know, the wild card Wednesday can be just me doing open geekness, but next Wednesday night, the great Michael French of Retro Blasting will be joining me for another Clobberin Times Retro Blasting team up, of which we've had many. And basically, no particular topic. We're going to cover a lot of stuff. We hadn't hung out in a while, so we're just going to be like just kind of a basic catch up with each other. Random stuff, we'll think of something. But Michael is always fantastic. He's a great friend. Retro Blasting is a fantastic channel, and I always have just a great time hanging out with Michael. So that'll be a week from tonight at this very time. Let's see up in here, and then of course the rest of the stuff for the rest of the week. And again, the following Monday it's back to some Legion, because we're going to keep on. J-Man and I and Sean to keep bringing you the finest in Legion Comics reviews, chronicling that history of the great Legion of Superheroes. So let's do some shout-outs, shall we? All righty then. Phantom Outsider, what's up, buddy? Good to see you there. Hail. Brian Hepburn, hello, my friend. Good to see you there. I forgot to do the wrenches first. Well, Phantom Outsider is a wrench. But I'll do my wrenches first. Just look, I'm having a lot of boomer moments lately. Sorry. The great Eric K. Bronze Wrencher. Hope you're doing well, buddy. It's good to see you there, man. Hope you're doing better. The great Chris Persia, Vindicated Wrench of the North. D. Bud Martin, the extraordinary Wrench of Iron. Hail Tuska. Whether they're here or not, they get the shout out to great Lord Thoth, and shout out to the lovely goddess Lady Thoth. The God of Wrenches and the Goddess of Wrenches. Avon lives, and long live the Legion. My aforementioned partner in crime on Earth, being fellow Legionnaire reviewer extraordinaire, the Wrench Without Fear, the great J-Man. Hungry Boy, master of the club, Bony Artist Supreme. Super Wrench Kal-El. Maddie's Daddy, Thor in Vegas. At Fanty Outside E. What's up, buddy? And, of course, Maximum Redstone, our own Music Meister. To continue, shout-outs. Of course, again, Fanty. We have Brian Hepburn. Good to see you. Oh, my goodness. Janet from another planet. Damn it. Janet, I love you. Hey, Janet. It's always lovely to see you here, my dear. I hope you are doing well tonight. Love it when the lovely ladies show up. We guys are easy like that. Could not be reached for further comment. Hello, I'm glad you could be reached to hang out with us tonight, man. It is good to see you. Gwagnar. Hey, buddy. Let's see here. Bush pan down. Hello. My friend Claude Saling. Always good to see you, Claude. Simply Steve, what's up, old buddy? Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, we're looking forward to that team up next week. Thank you. I think that's everyone so far. As you all know, I will shout everybody out accordingly as they show up. Anyway, it's Wild Card Wednesday night, so anything goes. I didn't really have much planned. I'm good at that. I'm good at not planning things. I could write you out a daily planner for not planning things. Yes, I messed it up simply. I got it back up words a little while ago. So yes, I can write you out a daily planner for not planning shite, and you'll be all ready and organized to go. But it is great to see you, Janet. I hope you're doing well out there, my dear. It's been one of these days. Hope we bump into each other at a con or something, because I know we're relatively close. So it would be cool. They don't have a lot of. I mean, they do. They have like no really big cons. In a couple of weeks, there's a little small, tiny one in Slidell, which I will be going hanging out just in the daytime with some buddies for a little while. You know, I have to be back for the show at night, so I can't do much. But I don't really. I'm kind of burnt out on big conventions anyway. But there's one in January. It's probably the biggest one we get down here. It's a Fan Expo. It used to be Wizard. You'll see a lot of cosplay there. But I used to go to so many big cons. Well, at least once a year I would average one big con, Dragon Con for the longest time. But for the longest time, I was only going because it was the only vacation I could really afford and do, and I was going to hang with friends more than anything else. And Fatty says, Stan Lee invented not planning things. It's called the time in between where he was inventing everything else. Exactly. Yes, could not be reached. Yes, Fan Expo. They bought out Wizard Con. They used to be Wizard. Yeah, and Wizard sucks. And Fan Expo, I only went to Fan Expo back in January because my wonderful daughter had got tickets. I mean, she got a table there. She was running a table, and they gave her some extra passes, and it was like the last minute thing. She asked if we wanted to use it. My son and I was, we'll go hang around for Saturday a little bit. And so thanks to her, I got to go. Hey, Juxtapose. Good to see you, Juxtapose. Welcome. I know what you mean by that. Oh, Jill, what's up? Good to see you, Anti-Derivative Jill, the communications officer. Mr. Angel, what's up, chef? Too tired, so dropping by to say hi. Have a nice evening. Well, go get some rest there, my friend. It is good to see you. Larry. What's up, Larry? All right, man. Good to see you there, buddy. I hope you're doing well, sir. Yeah, cons, I don't know. I get kind of burned out on them a little bit because I made the mistake of going to, other than going and hang with friends, of course. But I made the mistake of going to, I don't know if it's a mistake because actually I met some wonderful friends. But it was to a point I was in this rut. I could really go on any expensive vacations. I was working all the time. And, it was Labor Day weekend. It's about an 8-9 hour drive. So I would go to, and I had a friend that lived in that area, which made it easy. You didn't have to get a hotel and all that other kind of stuff. So it was a cheap ass way to take 4 or 5 days off. And that just and it was at a con. So I was always going to see people. That just became my routine for about 20 something years straight. Joseph Dredd, here comes the judge. What's up, buddy? For about, 20 something years straight, except for 1 year with a hurricane, I went to Dragon Con nonstop. And you really got burned out on it, except for the fun of seeing my friends who lived up there. Of course, that was different. I never got tired of that. And I miss them now because I haven't been since 2016. But the con itself held no interest for me. It was very crowded. It was, I don't know if any of you have ever been to Dragon Con, but it's split up amongst 4, 5, 6 hotels now. Dave G. Sound, what's up, brother? Good to see you. And it's busy. Obviously it's packed to the gills. You get to see a lot of cool costumes if that's your thing. Once you've done that for a while, though. Con. Did I say it wrong? Oh, I did, didn't I? Damn it. You're right. Oh, boy. I lost it. Damn. So, oops, sorry. Everyone having a bit of a technical kerfluffle. A little bit. I'm gonna show everybody a little preview of what we got coming up. Well, Larry, says New Orleans have any cons? Larry, I was actually just talking about that. The only, like I said, there's one. I don't know if you're familiar with Slidell, but Slidell has one coming up in a couple of weeks called Showcase, and it's not big. I think it's a 2-dayer. There are a couple of comics names that aren't really like big names, and it's just kind of it's a one show. Like, it's almost think it's all in one spot. We go. I only go because I got friends from the Gulf Coast, so I only get to see when we meet halfway at these cons now. Well, Joe, it's between a bunch of hotels in downtown Atlanta and what they call a big convention center called the Apparel Mart or whatever. The convention center thing, that's where the dealers, and a gigantic portion, all the dealers are in there. And then there's, if they're at least 5 to 6 now, there's the Hyatt and the Hilton and the Marriott and the Westin and the Sheraton. And there may be another one now, so maybe either 5 or 6. So, yes, it's a lot of walking, and it's still good. Oh, and there's also big food courts and these big business buildings that are attached to these hotels. I kind of miss some of that food court food, though. There's some pretty good places in that food court that we go at least 2 or 3 times. Man, I had a place when I was there. Man, in the 4 days we were at the con, I'd go at least almost every day to one of them, and yeah, I had a favorite place and everything. But you would go. I'd go there and I would sit. I met one of my couple of my greatest friends ever. I met at the Marriott, just sitting down on a Saturday, parking myself on one of those comfy couch benches and watching just resting because I'm from walking all day. This was in 2011, and I was sitting there watching the costumes and just kind of resting, and that's how I met the wonderful Melinda, who later introduced me to her great boyfriend at the time, who's now her husband, the great Michael French. And so I made a couple of my greatest friends ever at Dragon Con. And but as far as the con themselves now, guests I'm not into guests anymore. When it's comic book guests, I can go talk to, and maybe a little bit something like that. I'd like to do it. And sometimes the smaller name celebrities you can walk up to and talk to them. But now they all charge you so much for autographs, different things like that. Me personally, I feel guilty if I'm not buying something from them, and I just don't want to pay big for any kind of autograph. Oh, you met J-Man at a con. Well, that's cool. Could not be reached. Oh, I'd love to meet J-Man at a con one of these days. He and Sean, those guys are cool. Steven, that'd be fun, man. Panels get really crowded at that con. People stay, depending on how big the celeb is at Dragon Con, there are lines around the block sometimes at these con hotels. Jeez, dude, they can be nightmarish at Dragon Con. JT Kirk, good to see you there, bud. Speaking of he's lurking, and that's okay as long as you're there, buddy. Appreciate you. And anyone else lurking, thank you for popping in. We appreciate you. And anyone else watching later on the replay, I thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. Darth Scipio, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, Joseph, lines for panels. Again, obviously, depending upon what the con itself can be crazy. And, I don't really like... That's why I rarely go wait in a line for a panel. If there's one I want to see, I'll go after it starts to see if there's any room in the back. Yeah, but sometimes there is. You can't even get in sometimes. That's why the cons, my favorite cons that I've been to are the ones that were comics related mostly. The ones with celebs. I mean, I'm obviously gone to meet some, you know. But when autographs started getting like to be stupid money, but now they're paying like what, $200 or $300 to breathe Shatner's air for 5 minutes. I mean, I met him in 1986 at the World of Wheels. It cost me $5 to get in there, and I got to go shake his hand. I didn't get to get, some friends of mine got his autograph later after he went into the back, but I didn't even want that. I just wanted to meet him, and I got to meet him. That was good enough for me. I mean, we didn't get to have a conversation or anything like that, but it looks to me like these people paying the big money today don't get to talk to him much either. In fact, I think they're told to don't touch him, don't talk to him, just stand there and look stupid and take a picture. Thank you for the $300 or whatever it is. Not knocking you people to do it. If you got the money, hey. I don't think meeting any other human being on the planet is worth that much if you're meeting them for 2 seconds. And then you take a picture with them and you're gone. Personally, for me, now, I guess if I were a bazillionaire, I still wouldn't do it. I mean, you could just watch their movies and watch it. But again, everyone's different. However, when a lot of my favorite comic artists and even some writers, I was talking to Claude about this the other day. We got to meet most of our favorite comic artists and writers before they were gone. But there's still a few we didn't get to that passed, and it's a bummer. We never got to meet. Got to meet our favorites, but a couple other of faves that I would love to have met when it comes to comic book people. When it comes to Star Trek, I met the original crew. I met everybody but Nimoy. Could not be reached. Says, yep, I did that. I was told not to touch Mr. Shatner. Split the cloth with my girlfriend, but it was weird. Yeah, I hear you, but like I say, I know a lot of people that have done it, and no shame in it. But you don't really get to hang out with them. But yeah, George Takei was at my first Trek Con in the 1970s. So there you go. If you were a bazillionaire, they would want your autograph, Cloud. Yeah, well, yeah. True enough. No danger of that ever happening. Could not. I did too. One of my greatest other experiences was the times I've met Adam West. One of them he was with Burt Ward. I met Adam West and Burt Ward in Baton Rouge in 1985 or 6, whatever it was, and they were in costume at the World of Wheels. And it was magical for me. And we brought a tape recorder and recorded our conversation with him. And a buddy of mine still has that. I think he might still have that tape. I don't know. Oh, Janet, you wouldn't want my autograph. It looks terrible. But you could have it, though. I'll write it. Should I sign it? Clobby. To Janet. Or I could write it, like, damn it, Janet, I love you. Yeah. And, of course, this. I mean, I keep singing that song like everybody knows it. Like everybody knows Rocky Horror, right? Oh, that's right, Janet. You do. You have Trek outfits, right? Hug indeed. You can't. Yeah. I'm a hugger. I guess. Absolutely, isness. Absolutely, I would love to meet you. Now you have a Trek out. You have Trek outfits. Do you have any other types other than some Star Trek uniforms, or what do you have, Janet? I've only cosplayed one time in my life. Oh, Joseph Grit. What Guagnor says, can you autograph a blank check for me? Yeah, sure. I can autograph it. What good it'll do you, I don't know, but I'll autograph it for you. Joe Dredd says, I met Erin Great. Me too, by the way. At a con a long time ago, she charged it, I believe, $20, and she was the nicest she was ever met. Erin Gray is lovely. Oh, and Andorian. Oh, cool. Wow, Anna Romulan. Wow, you and Raquel do a lot of the same costumes. Cool. That's beautiful. I'd love to see those, Janet. So, Erin Gray was lovely and wonderful to me. She and her daughter. This was Dragon Con, maybe two. I'll have to put the picture on here one of these days. I still have the picture. Dragon Con 2004, 5, somewhere up in there. Whoa, Slave Girl. Oh, I want to see that one. My goodness. I bet that's fun. I would love to see those. Beautiful. I bet they were absolutely lovely. Yeah, Erin Gray was just a sweetheart. It was kind of funny. I forgot what I was doing. I was walking around, and two of my friends kept grabbing. Hey, come here! They were dragging me over to see her. And they said, "Here, you got to meet." And I said, "Oh, I forgot why exactly." But she looks at she sees them drag me over, and they had apparently been talking about, "Yeah, we got to get him over to meet you or something." So whatever. And she says to me, "Well, your friends must really love you." And I said, they fear me. And she laughed, and that was about it. But we talked for a few minutes, and I figured she was going to think I was a big dork, which she probably did. Bush Pan Down says, I pay good money to hear you voice F4 comics. Oh, well, you're too kind, Bush. I would love to. I can do the thing. I don't know if I can do the rest of them. But I don't even know if I would do the thing correctly, but I would try. It's clobbering time, you Yancey Streeters. Green skin paint takes forever. Oh, wow. Orion Slave Girl? What is it about the Orion Slave Girl? We know because they have that power over men, those, the Orions. We know. But you probably all know. Yeah, autographs are ridiculous now. Hey, you're a Muslim uncle. What's up, buddy? Gwagdar with you. But anyway, I cosplayed one time in my life. And I dare say, and this is way, way out on a limb. I can't prove this, not even to myself, but it is speculation. I think I may have been the first person on the planet, if not amongst them, to cosplay the character of Rorschach from Watchmen. I know I've told this story before. Because it was 1986, July, and there had only been 2 issues of Watchmen released so far. For those who don't know, Watchmen was not a graphic novel. It was a comic book later compiled into a trade paperback and hardcovers and such. And at this point, there were only 2 issues out of Watchmen. And Claude and I made a Watchmen costume. I was much closer. I was human size back then, of course. Not thing size. Not over-bloated thing size. And of course I was young. I was almost 22 years old, so it was a long time ago. Anyway, it was I had a pretty good it was a pretty good costume. Obviously, it wasn't that difficult to put a Rorschach costume, but no one would really. People were getting into Watchmen. We were all loving Watchmen, but who knew, right? And Claude made up a costume from a character that was only mentioned, Captain Carnage. And we went up on the stage and did an act. I just stood there and pretended to break his fingers. Claude did a great comedy shtick basically sort of like in the character of John Lovett's liar character from Saturday Night Live. Brought the house down and we won the costume contest. They gave us free tickets to a new movie that was coming out soon called Aliens that was in town and we couldn't stay because we didn't live there. But that was one of the greatest cons we ever went to. It's the first time I got to meet Jack Kirby. Gil Kane. Second time I got to meet Gil Kane. Bruce Lombardo, what's up? What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Brewster. So but if anyone cosplayed him before me, I don't know. There's no way to tell, right? Clobby, you could also read the bulletin on Stan's soapbox from Back to the Comics because, as we know, Stan Lee created everything, including himself. I remember when I created myself. I said, I should go out and create everybody else too, just so there'll be somebody that I can take the credit in front of. Love you right back there, Janet. It is so good to see you. So good to see you all here tonight, folks. Like I said, I wish I had something planned. I didn't, but I'm going to show a preview of some stuff planned in a minute. This is when anyone, like I said, as I said, tomorrow, I guess I can go ahead and show it now. Tomorrow night on the Clubhouse, as you all know, as I mentioned earlier, going to be reviewing one Star Trek comic each week and try to make a video out of it. Yeah, Jennifer Lawrence played Rorschach years before the comic came out. That's true. She did, yes. I forgot about that. And so, tonight a sneak preview of the debut video produced by our wonderful friend and, of course, first officer, the magnificent R.M. Briggs, Commander R.M. Briggs. So, everyone, here you go. Without further ado, this is going to be our intro for our segment for reviewing Star Trek comics. Let her rip.
Warp drive, Mr. Scott. Ahead warp 1, Mr. Sulu.
Accelerating to warp 1, sir.
Big hand of applause for the wonderful First Officer Raquel Briggs. I love it. Very sweet of her to do that for me. And, for the video, for the segments and the videos, for the comic reviews of Star Trek. Because a couple years ago, I did a stream about the history of Star Trek comics, and that was one of the first times she actually listened in on the stream I did. Joined us, and she wasn't on the show, but she was in the chat there, and she enjoyed it, and she got from there. She started getting into some Trek comics, And I'm just going to do a random issue, just one. It'll be one a week, and going to jump all over the place. There's so many Star Trek comics to choose from. I mean, it would be ridiculous to try to do them you can't do them in any kind of order. You can't start at Gold Key and go up. They've been around, they've been all over the place, but we're going to just kind of, pick and choose a little bit. We're going to start this week, actually, with the Star Trek, The Motion Picture comic book adaptation because that was the first Trek comic I ever got. And that's what got me so hyped up to see the movie back in 1979. So very, very nice intro she made for us there. And I love her for it. It's really cool. Oh, my goodness. Too bad we could have used Star Trekking across the universe. On the Starship Enterprise, and you can make that. Sorry. I know you all remember that one. Come on now. What you're saying, of course you remember that one. Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, my goodness. What else is going on out there, folks? What, any, that was about to, no, better not do that. Better not. I was on the comic roundtable earlier with Loki in 24 and CC, and there was some no, I'm gonna leave that to that show. There was some yeah. Oh yeah, Tom plays it on Mead, huh? Love it. I love Mead Radio, by the way. The great Tom Connors and his Mead Radio is extraordinary. Yes. Larry says, Gold Key Spock cover. Yeah, the Gold Keys were great now. I mean, they were fun, but some of them were a little crazy too, though. It's worse than that. He's dead, Jim. Dead, Jim. Yeah, the Gold Key comics. I've got one of those books. They first of all, the first Trek comics, there were Gold Key, but there was also the British ones for the Joe 90 magazine. And that came out, over there in the UK, they didn't get Star Trek on TV, I think, until 1969. They started, in fact, they got comic strips in one of their magazines, Joe 90, of Star Trek, about 6 months before they actually got Star Trek, the show. And as you can see in some of those early British strips, they had a character called Captain Kurt. And I was looking at some of those old strips. I think I got a book with some of them. I think I got that book somewhere because I got a couple of the other hardcovers with newspaper strips. So there have been Star Trek newspaper strips, special UK Star Trek comics and strips. Gold Key, of course. Then Marvel got it. Then it went to DC. Then DC still had it for a while, but only partially the license because they were letting Marvel Malibu do Deep Space Nine. And Marvel got it all again for a while there. DC dropped some of it, and then dropped it all, and Marvel got it for a little while, and then Marvel dropped it, and then Malibu again, and then IDW finally. So everywhere. Darth Scipio asks, hey, Clobby, what do you think of Doomcock's video regarding George Lucas, Disney, Lucasfilm? I've not got a chance to see it yet, Darth, so I don't know. I plan to watch it later. I just didn't get a chance. My good buddy Doomcock, though, always has great videos, so I can't wait to see it. I just have been doing stuff, so I'm sorry I don't have an opinion on the video other than I'm looking forward to seeing it. And but I'm not too happy about what's going on with Lucasfilm as far as Indy 5, Audience Nothing, and all that stuff. That does beg the question, since it's Wild Card Wednesday night, what about you guys? Any of you planning to go see Indiana Jones and the Back Pains of Doom? I wonder if that is, I should have put that as a poll. Then my work here is done, says Jill. What's that in reference to? Oh. No, there we go. We got no's. In fact, I'll make it official. Why not? Let's see. Start a poll. Just for the hell of it. That way we'll see how many people will. Or you can listen to the scintillating radio of me making a poll. Then I'll give you my answer because I'm not allowed to vote. Go. 85. All right. There you go. Poll is up. You may vote. Just for, just curious. I'm going to do another poll later because there's something else coming out that I want to see that we were talking about earlier. But I mean, Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the original film in 1981, the day it opened. That's one of the greatest movie experiences of my life. It's in the top, right, 2 or 3 ever. And I know they showed Raiders on screens in a Fathom event tonight, I think, and I think they showed them this past Sunday. I wish I'd gone. I just didn't get a chance. I was doing stuff. I would like to have. I mean, I've seen it on the big screen other times later, but it would have been cool to go. JT, who knows? Yeah, I will. Some of the crazy crossovers they've done, the Transformers, they've done. I mean, I'll do once in a while. It's going to be a slow process, but I might even do this Star Trek Legion of Superheroes crossover. Now, I don't know about the Star Trek X-Men. I'm kidding. I'll probably, who knows? You never know, man. Yeah, exactly, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Bruce. He says, I heard someone thought there was an Indiana Jones 4, but they were mistaken. Agreed. There are only 3. Dart says, no, Fleabag. Thank you very much. I'm with you. Yep. Star Trek Planet of the Apes, Star Trek X-Men. They have Star Trek Green Lantern, but that was fake Trek. Star Trek Legion of Superheroes. Star Trek Legion of Superheroes, not just because I'm a Legion fan, at least that sort of fits more in the science fiction type stuff, even though it's crazy. And it was not that great, but some of the art was okay, and it really looked like Trek and really looked like the real Legion, at least. I'll say that for it. It was kind of, some of the art that we got from it was almost worth them making the comic book. And I bought it, yeah. I like the Mike Grell covers. But really, it's not, I mean, it's just, but it's not as daft an idea as Star Trek X-Men. Good Lord. And then they did Star Trek The Next Generation X-Men crossover. It's just, what are you doing? Why? I mean, why? What is wrong with you people? What do I know? Yeah, at least, I mean, at least Legion has a sci-fi tinge to it for sure. Legion is the most Star Trek of the superhero type comics. FF being right up there in a way as well. So yeah, but I'm gonna try to pick and choose a little bit. It'll be. Oh yeah, no, I did read the Star Trek Doctor Who crossover. It was okay. It was kind of weird in some ways. I met the guy who did the art on it. He's a real cool dude. But oh yeah, Jill, I'm looking forward to it. He's a real cool dude. But that painted, dingy type of art style. But one of the great ones, one of the great parts though, in the Star Trek Doctor Who crossovers, they had like a. It was the 11th Doctor and Amy and Rory, and the TNG crew, of course. But they had one issue that was sort of like a bonus issue that had the 4th Doctor, Tom Baker, and the original Enterprise crew meeting a Cyberman. I enjoyed that one. So yeah, that would be one I would review. I'd like to review an Enterprise comic, but they only ever did one. And it's the only comic I can't find online, if you can believe that. An issue of Star Trek Waypoint from IDW. Kirby Crackle was crazy sci-fi, but great. Now, when you say Kirby Crackle, I mean, you mean the band? I love their work. I think the first we'll do after we're just gonna do the motion picture, Star Trek the motion picture comic, and then maybe that first issue of Star Trek Echoes. But after that, we're gonna probably do Star Trek Dead of Honor, I think maybe. Hey, Common Nerd, what's up, buddy? Thank you for popping in and dropping that for. I appreciate you, buddy. Yeah, I know Kirby Art. I was just kidding, Larry. There's actually a band, I'm not kidding, called Kirby Crackle that specialized many years ago now. I don't know if they're together anymore. They specialized in comic book and superhero songs and video games too. And they've got some really cool songs about comics, including one about The Thing. Jill, I'll send you a link to the Dead of Honor comic if you want to see it. It's basically, it talks about Kirk's origins. Granted, it's a comic, but it gives an origin story back, type of thing, and with great art by an artist named Adam Hughes, written by Chris Claremont. And if you want, Jill, I'll send you that. It was a very popular Star Trek graphic novel, and I do mean graphic novel. It was not a comic book format. It was done in the not in a trade either, not in a compilation. It was by Chris Claremont and Adam Hughes, and it's interesting. I mean, a lot of people. Critically speaking, as far as Trek fans are concerned, many call it the best Trek comic ever done. I'm not saying it is or isn't. I like it. I mean, it's been ages since I've read it because I'm gonna go back and read it this week actually. But it's about Kirk's history, his life and stuff. So I don't know if you'd like it or not. I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Like it's reading it again. Yeah, that's could not be reached. I have Dead of Honor, beautiful artwork. Do you have an Ollie's? Anyone who has an Ollie's near them, by the way? I don't know if you're familiar with Ollie's. At Ollie's, the book, it's it's like a, well, some of you know what an Ollie's is. It's sort of like a discount store. And they have a book section. And in that book section, of course, I've been there for a couple of years now. It used to really have a lot of cool stuff, dirt cheap. And I've gotten a few trade paperbacks and omnibuses and different things. A lot of comic stuff for a while now, not as much as it used to be. But I'll tell you one thing. Every Ollie's around here, for some reason, and this is when it came out, it was $8, $7-8 graphic novel. They've got tons of copies of Dead of Honor at any Ollie's you go to, the ones down here anyway, for $3. Keely Chow, roll that tide, buddy. What's up? So let me take a look at our pool. See what the votes look like. 27 votes so far. Are you planning to go see Indy 5? 93% says no, sir. 7% says yes. All right. Well, hey, that's cool. I guess. Well, J-Man, you're not alone. I'm going to actually go see it on a really cheap early feature, or if I'm actually might not even pay to get in at all. I'm going to go watch it. I got to tell you, I'm an idiot. I agree with you, Keely Chow. But like J-Man, I'm the kind. I'll go sit through any old. I say it all the time. I'll sit through any old crap once. But by the way, not only do I not blame you for not going, I'm glad you don't. I'm glad most people won't. I hope most people won't. I absolutely admire you for not going. I'm the chucklehead that likes to go see these things no matter what. Keely Chow. Well, that's a good policy, Mr. Keeley Challey says, I am not going to risk my face melting in the movie theater. Well said. That is a sound medical strategy, I would say. Hungry. What's up, duder? But yeah, I'm dumb enough. I'm dumb and I'm going to go. I love Indy 1 and 2. Last Crusade is okay. Skull sucks, of course, yes. I'm with you there. Actually, I love 3 also. I love 2 and 3 almost on an equal level, but nothing touches Raiders for me. And there is no Indy 1. That's just Raiders. But I know you knew that. Yeah, Larry. Raiders was a serial. Wow. J-Man, you saw Temple of Doom first? Man, you must be a youngster. In 1984, I went to see Temple of Doom like something like maybe 10 times. In 81, I saw Raiders like, I don't know. I'm not saying 20, but it had to be up there. I know Temple does happen first, but damn. But I can't say I blame you there, J-Man. If you want to get real, there's only 2 indie films. I don't agree that with you at all, Scipio, that Temple of Doom sucks. I love it. But some don't like it. I love it. Agree there, Phantom Outsider. It ended with Last Crusade, but the thing is, it didn't. Here's the thing that aggravates me about that. I know some people just don't like the second one. I don't care. I love it, but it's fine if you don't. But he waited 19 years. He should have at least, at the minimum, made 1 or 2 more. I think I'd have been happy if he just given us 1 or 2 more. Just waited 3 years to do another one, then another one, and end it with like the 5th film even, and then never come back. But 5th film in the 90s when he was young enough, and then waiting to 2008 was ridiculous. I hate it. I hate that he did that. But he did it to Star Wars too. We got screwed out of a lot of Indiana Jones Prime and a lot of Star Wars Prime because of those jerkweeds. '70s. What's up, '70s? What do you say there, Kimasabi? How you doing, man? Ladies and gentlemen, the great .70s rock fan. Let me see how this if the poll got any more votes. 30 votes now. Tightened a little bit. 90% no, sirree. Bob, not on your life. And 10%, yeah, I'll go. What the hell? Good to see you there, 70s, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Temple of Doom is a masterpiece for me, says J-Man. Then Raiders is a masterpiece also. Well, yes, of course. Those 2 movies inspired me to be an archaeologist, even till university. Then I became a YouTuber. But you can play an archaeologist on TV or on YouTube. You can play an archaeologist on YouTube for sure. I know that for a fact. So, yeah. Just be an archaeologist. You call this archaeology? It tells me that goose-stepping morons like you should try reading books instead of burning them. Junior. Yeah. See, a lot of people didn't like. I've run across people when it comes to Last Crusade that didn't like Sean Connery playing a character like that, I did like it. It was very different for him, but hey. And look, it did cost us him being Cybok in Star Trek V, which is why they named their planet Shakari. But hey, you know, I thought Connery was great in that role because we were always seeing him as a tough guy. He finally got to do something different. Where's another movie where Sean Connery got to play a wimp like that? And I don't know. I guess I didn't mind it. I understand why people don't like it. I guess we wouldn't. I was going to say we wouldn't like to see Eastwood play the wimp, but he's played some characters that were not as tough. He said you didn't like Sean Connery making fun of Indy. That turned me off. Did he make fun of him? Did he make fun of him? He was his father in the thing. He treated him like a dad treats a son. I mean, I thought it was great because no matter how tough you are, even Indiana Jones could get, could be, be humbled by his father. I loved it. I love the. We named the dog Indiana. I love the relationship between two. That was the best part of the movie for me. The second best was Allison Doody. Yeah, I like the father and son relationship between the two. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, first of all, if he made fun of him, he's a dad. I mean, yeah. I mean, why is Indiana Jones? I like the bickering. Why should Indiana Jones be immune to getting made fun of just because he's Indiana Jones? I mean, if your own pappy can't do it, I mean, who can? That's what fathers are for. Zardoz. Oh, you love Zardoz. I know Brian, the great 70s rock fan, loves some Zardoz too. Zardoz, or of course Vortox. About Vartox. Let's say, you want to see you want to see what Sean Connery, what Zardoz gave us to DC Comics. I know, like you did. That's right. You did a whole show on Zardoz, and then DC Comics, after Zardoz came out in the 70s, made one of Superman's buddies look just like him. It's always cracked me up that Vartox was made to look like this is, of course, one of Superman's enemies who became his friend. See the resemblance? Oh my goodness, the 70s. Oh yeah. I liked Vartox though. He was pretty cool. He was an interesting character. All right, Jay, man, take it easy, brother. Good to see you, man. Take care. Yeah, I don't think I've watched Zardoz since the 80s, at least. Has anyone even seen Vartox? Oh my God, no. Did they put Vartox in a modern comic? They did. Is there a Vartox action figure? Oh, no. I can't believe it. By the way, there's a link in the chat to, for those talking about Zardoz or That 70s Fan, Show D-Bud has got the link right there. If you have not, you should go watch his video he has of it, of the live stream that he did on Zardoz, the film. But look, there's an action figure of Vartox. 70 says Zardoz is actually a lot better than I remember from back in the day. Quite an interesting movie. It's been forever since I've seen it, man. But I can't believe there's a Vartox action figure. Actually, this is a custom, of course, but still. Oh, man. Pretty interesting character, though. Leave it to me to dredge up. Someone talks about Zardoz and Sean Connery, and I bring up Vartox. As more than like 3 people won't even remember him. I didn't know that they brought him back at Modern DC, but that figures, doesn't it? Damn it. And he has powers on par with Superman. And they became best buddies. He's no terror man. Well, you know, like I said, they became good friends, so. HB says that that Kane cover led to my Zardox, my Vartox interest. Yeah, he's a good character. Now I'm looking at some of when I put this search, someone brought him back in some modern comics. What's he doing with Harley and Power Girl? How about that Buckler cover? Or that Schaffenberger cover. Gwagnar, you got Captain Ultra back in there. Well, that would be a great crossover. Vartox versus Captain Ultra. Now that would be. You know what, Gwagnar, you've mentioned him a couple of times. Let's see if a search could actually turn up someone as obscure as Captain Ultra. Let's try that. This is Clobby's new game, folks. Obscures comic characters searches by Clobby on Wildcard Wednesday night. Let's see. Okay, I'm without even putting Marvel. Let's try it. Just the name. Holy crap, they did. There's Captain Ultra. Mark D with the C was a man. And he might still be a man. What's up, dude? Look at, they did it. Hey, Gwag, look at that. Are you proud of what? I love Captain Ultra, but I mean, how many freaking comics has he actually even been in? Don't tell me they brought him back, too. Nothing will ever top his first appearance. I can't believe it. Oh my God, they put him on the animated Spider-Man series too. You got to be shiting me in the. Oh, look, somebody made a figure. Figures. There's always figures. There's always going to be a customized version, no matter how obscure the character is. I can't believe we found Captain Ultra. Wow. Well, there you go, Gwag. What do you think of them apples? That's true, Larry. 85 years Action Comics #1. We should take a look at that, right? Jesus. You still with me, Gwag? Hey, TZ Burton. Hello there. Good to see you, sir. Yep. Only Andy Masterson could have made that. Man, he's been on a cartoon and there's a custom action figure. Good Lord. Choke. So, anyone else remember Captain Ultra? I think I'm going to have to start digging up some Captain Ultra comics. Not that he ever had his own title or anything. Oh no, he's not Ultraman. He's Captain Ultra. Yep. Next to that Sandman costume, let's see. Which one? Weird. Huh. Crazy stuff. Let's see here. Fanty says, Captain Ultra next appearance was Defenders. Yep, 62, 64. Everyone can be a Defender arc. Yeah. I can't believe they brought him back and put him in a. Oh man, in a cartoon. I don't think he's ever even been on the cover of a comic that I can ever remember, but maybe he has. I mean, that's nuts. Captain Ultra. I'll never forget. Yeah. Wow. I could be a building manager of the FS Baxter building. You could, Larry. Larry, that is. Yeah. You could indeed. How do you say you're a hero? Let's see. How do you say you're a hero if you answer an ad to join the Frightful Four? Yeah, exactly. That was hilarious, though. That issue, in FF 170, he was in 177. FF 176. It's one of the funniest comics ever. Then there's D-Man, the homeless hero. Featured in Marvel superheroes. We first started, I'll never forget FF 177. When tryouts for the Frightful Four. Well, anyway, that was fun. Anyone else want to name a random hero that you think no one will know who he is? Google fun on Wild Card Wednesday night. Let's see what the poll is doing here. 33 votes. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to close this poll up because we know how it's going. That's a lost cause. To close this poll, because I'm going to put another one up there in a minute. Um, let's see. All right. So, question being, are you planning to go see ND5? 90% no. But if 90% is no, how could only 9% be yes? I'm wondering. Am I missing something? Well, let me make another poll for you guys. Let's see, because this one's a more looming question. Are you sorry? But I really want to know the answer to this question. So, hang on. All right. Okay, now see, give me your honest opinion or your honest answer on this one, as opposed to the dishonest one. All right, E. He also appeared in the FF Animated World's Greatest Heroes episode of The Cure, and he's trying to join FF after the thing cured the faints. World's Greatest Heroes episode, The Cure. What is? I mean, what is that? What cartoon is that? I don't know if I know that one. I know it's not World's Mightiest Heroes. Is there a World's Greatest Heroes cartoon? Did Captain Ultra even make it onto the cover of an official handbook of the Marvel Universe? That I don't know. I'd have to look, sir. '80s FF? No, it was '70s, 1976. When he first when FF number 177. It was the second issue. It was the issue before that was Impossible Man storms Marvel Comics, one of the funniest comics ever. And then 177 was, at the end of that they got captured, and in 177 the Frightful Four had taken over the Baxter Building and captured everybody. I'm sure you'll remember. And they were taking applicants for, there were the three. They were the Frightful Three. And they were trying to fill that fourth spot. Great George Perez and Senate Art. '80s FF animated? No, there was no '80s FF animated. There was a '90s one though. So, anyway, we learned. Well, I'm not going to do anything spoilery. But I'll just say that we learned something very spoilery. Well, Loki talked about it on his show tonight about the Flash, but I don't know that if it's true or not, so I'm not going to say it. And some of you might want to go see it for yourself. Oh, he's on the back cover of the deluxe editions. Okay, there you go. Well, Glagnar's been mentioning him a little bit lately, so I just thought it'd be fun to go look for him. We ain't doing nothing here tonight, anyways. You guys can randomly tell me to search something. I don't know if I'll find it, but if it's worthy of showing, of course. Searching for obscure characters. That's what we do. All right. See if we get some answers up in here. 12 votes already. We'll let this run for a while. Well, 70s, I saw you were talking earlier. I don't know if you're still hearing me, buddy, but it looks like you were having a spot of bother. I hope you are doing well or doing better. And big time vibes and prayers and all that stuff out to you, sir. Larry said, I'd go watch Flash Gordon 1980. Oh, yes. Four Bush Man. You know what? That's interesting. I bet that would come up though. I bet Four Bush Man is infinitely more popular than Captain Ultra. But I'm going to put Four Bush Man, and I'm not even going to put the word Marvel there. Let's just see, because that is an interesting test sometimes. Where, oh yeah. See, Four Bush Man comes up. It's been a rough few months, but there is light at the end of the tunnel now. In fact, there's a tunnel, which is good. It was a good start. Well, that's good to know, 70s, buddy. I appreciate that, man. I guess I know because we hadn't seen you hanging for a while, man. Just get well. Just get well, brother. We're all rooting for you, man. All pulling for you, buddy. So Four-Bush Man's not as I don't think he's as obscure as Captain Ultra. Yeah, I don't engage in rumor. Phantom Outsider. I don't know if we're talking about the same rumor. So I don't know if I've heard the one you've heard or not. I've heard a couple. Let's see how. Before I get into the Flash, I want to let the votes go on a little bit more. Only 14 votes so far. Not a lot of interest in that one either, though. Look, like I told you before, I'm going to go see Indy. I know it's ridiculous. And I got a friend of mine. I've told you this before. I got a very dear friend of mine that we go to see every Marvel movie and even the other superhero movies. Sometimes we've been doing that since at least 2010 or something. And we don't get together that much. We don't get to see each other that much, so we kind of make a day of it. And so, yes, hey, DJ Ronnie G, good to see you, my friend. So, yes, I'm going to go see The Flash with him. Not hearing good things, but that never matters. You know, what are you going to do? Forbush has a Lego character. So, yeah, I always say it. I'll go sit through any old Garbaggio, but yeah, Fanty, I did hear some stuff. I don't know if I heard what you heard. Yep. Oh, he's based on people who've seen the Garbaggio. Okay, yeah. Oh, I hear you. Brian says he'll go for Keaton. Eric got a blonde whirlwind. Oh, well, nothing wrong. A blonde whirlwind attacking you, eh? I got you. Here's you, sir. Yeah. So, yeah. Like I said, I'll watch any old damn thing. If it suckles, it suckles. And I'm not confident about it at all. And at least it's getting out to go see something, because I can't think of anything. I can think of things that I just want to see. I want to see, but it's sad when you want to see something just to know what happened in it, just so you could review it or talk about it, or just because you're curious. That's not a good reason to have to go see something. But I'm going to review it, and of course I'm going with this friend of mine. It's different, but I have other reasons. But it would be nice for a change to be able to look forward to something. I try to think back to when was the last time I just couldn't wait to see a movie coming out, no matter how it turned out. The closest I've come, I was at least, even for Guardians 3, which I thought was okay. I liked it enough. But I wasn't excited about it. I wasn't excited about let's see, the last couple movies that I saw that I didn't hate. I actually didn't like. What was it, a year ago? The Doctor Strange movie was a mess, and I didn't really hate it, but didn't really like it. A lot of people hated it more than I, but it's just I wasn't looking forward to it. I didn't care, and I just still don't care. I'll never really have any use for watching it again. The Spider-Man No Way Home movie. Everyone loved that a lot more than me. I thought it was okay. Going in, I had it. I wasn't really, again, I wasn't excited about it at all. I went and thought it was okay. Of course, a lot of the other Marvel movies and others recently, I would say have been terrible, awful. Love and Blunder and Wakanda Forever and all that garbage. And these horrible movies like Eternals, Shang-Chi, and Black Widow and all these terrible. But also didn't look forward to them either. I mean, it's one thing you can look forward to something and it turns out to be terrible. So I'm trying to think, when was the last time I was really looking forward to a movie and excited about one? I think I know what it is. Endgame, even though it turned out, regardless of how it turned out, I could not wait. I was beside myself, because I've been really invested in those Marvel movies. Granted, they weren't all great, but a lot of them were. But some were, some weren't. Some were a little bit middle and level, okay. Some were not so good. Only one or two I thought were really, really bad. But at least that was from 2008 to 2019 when Endgame came out. I thought, just like a football team, you don't win every game, you can't win every movie, but still, it was a pretty good team. It was a pretty good team, and it was going to win the Super Bowl. Endgame comes out, and forget about what I think. I have a lot of critiques about the movie. I love things about it, but I'm not talking about that right now. I'm talking about the wonder. Hey, Gray Invader, good to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm talking now not about a movie, good or bad. I'm talking about the wonder and the fun. The great thing about being a fan is looking forward to something on the horizon, going, oh, I can't wait when such and such comes out. I can't wait to see so and so. And if it turns out no good, that's one thing, which happens, right? But as far as that feeling, I have not known that feeling in years. Since Endgame, I was really, after Infinity War, which I loved, I couldn't wait. I was like, man, I was pumped up. Even though I wasn't sure they were gonna end it right. I liked the Russo brothers for the most part. There were some things even in Infinity War I had some problems with, but So I'm not talking about a movie being good or bad right now. I'm talking about the last time I had that feeling of a fan, of looking forward to something, going, I can't wait to that. Oh, man, I can't wait, man. And to the point where just like the weeks leading up to it, or the week or two leading up to it, I'd go back and watch all those movies again in order. And I'm with you, Larry. I cannot believe, because even as crappy as its Crystal Numbskull turned out to be, I was looking forward to that. Even though I thought he's a little too old, maybe he shouldn't do it. It was still, I let myself look forward to it. Those were different days. Hey there, Donnie Pearson. Good to see you. But this is the last time I've known the joy of a fan to look forward to a movie like that. And that's part of the joys of being a fan of something, is there's something new on the horizon of that, whatever that thing is that you happen to love. Art Uncensored Raid, yay! Shout out to Art Uncensored. I can't believe that. What is this, 2013? Somebody 13, listen to me. 23? Listen to me. So, holy shite. I'm not great at math, granted, but man, 4 years? Well, Gray Invader, I'll tell you, as much as I can't stand Ezra Miller, and you and I don't agree on Flashpoint, I actually hate Flashpoint. I do see what you're saying because this is not going to be. It's going to steal a few bits from Flashpoint, but it's not even going to be Flashpoint. And you got the omnibus, huh? Cool. I love me some omnibuses, omnibuy. But I hear you and I understand. That you wish it was going to be the story you liked, but that's Hollywood for you. They'll take bits from it, but they won't even be faithful to the story. So I hear where you're coming from. Even though I personally don't like that story, I hate Flashpoint. You like it, and I can understand why you would be upset about them not and disappointed about them not following it. So I get you. I really do. So yeah, does anyone else kind of know where I'm coming from? You can't. I mean. It used to be so much fun to look forward to. Say, if someone said, so what are you looking forward to this summer? And I want to say at least one or two I would be able to come up with. Now, man, I got nothing. And I haven't had anything like that in forever now. Sucks, man. It's a bummer. I mean, I don't mind looking forward to something. I mean, you do. You don't like for something to turn out to be crap. Don't get me wrong. But at least there existed the chance, the anticipation, the buildup. Now I'll be like, I'll go see that. Yeah, I'll go see that one. Yeah, I'll go see that one. So you see where I'm coming from, Bush Pan Down? Yeah. I know I'm the big negative Nancy, but no. Fatty says, now don't care. Endgame was the last, but when I heard Afterlife was good, I looked forward to that as well. Now, Afterlife is one I got to admit I did not let myself look forward to it. I knew there was no way in hell I was going to care much, but I went to see it. And Afterlife I had a lot of issues with, but I kind of liked the last 30 minutes of it. It kind of got into it dug into my heartstrings. When I let it do it, I was very vulnerable and stupid. Gray Vader says Flashpoint has a lot of filler, but I like the main storyline. I thought it was dark and kind of twisted. Yeah, it was. It was too dark for me, but I understand where you're coming from. Absolutely. Everyone, yeah. Not everybody likes all the same things there, Gray. So I got you. I understand for sure. But yeah, so Endgame was the last one for a lot of people, I think. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I got a lot of things I don't like about Endgame, but that's not even, like I said, if I had something to really, really look forward to right now, I didn't, you know what? Because it's been so long, I'd be really excited about something to look like something was about coming a year away. And then when it comes out, and if it turns out to suck, that's disappointing. But at least you had the anticipation factor that lasted longer than that couple hours where you were a little disappointed. Then, yeah, it'll always sting a little bit, but it was kind of fun looking forward to it. I know it's a weird way of looking at it, man. I mean, look, when the prequels were coming out, and a lot of people didn't like the prequels. I didn't. I was less critical of the prequels than a lot of Star Wars fans, but at least every time a new one was coming up very close, I was at least sort of. I looked forward to it, even no matter what. Even though they turned out the way they turned out, but I looked forward to it every day. It was something to look forward to, and they're better than the filth we get now. But yeah, I have to agree with that, Gray Invader. Endgame sadly did make Infinity War retroactively worse in a sense. Eric says, I think the MCU ended after Infinity War. Agreed. No one was going to make me watch Captain Marvel. I sat through it like an idiot. So, yeah, you don't have to. I did not see it till years later. Oh, you didn't see Endgame till years later? Well, Captain Marvel, you mean? Yeah. So, Eric, you're saying you did not see Infinity War, just not till later. Hey, Lisa. Lovely, Lisa. Good to see you. Another lady. Yay. I had been excited about the prequels through that period. Yeah, I mean, I was excited, admit it. I was kind of excited about them. I mean, a lot of people hated them, but and again, I'm not saying they're great. I'm not the biggest defender of them, nor the biggest critic of them. There's so many things I despise more, but I understand all the people who had problems with them. Yeah. Clobby's Classic Comic Review Minute. Clobby has shorts. There's the chief engineer. What's up, dude? What you doing? What you doing? So, yeah, that was the last time. That was the last time I got excited about anything. Let me check our the poll. 24 votes so far. The question in question is are you planning to see The Flash? 75% no, 25% yes. So that's a little closer than that last panel. For those that weren't here, the last poll was, were you planning to see Indy 5? And like 90% there of the 30-something votes, 33, whatever, said no. And 9% said yeah. So there you go. I'm going. Look, I'm one of the small percentage there because I'm going to watch it. I'm going to sit through the freaking thing. I don't watch any turd once and then, yeah, and then I'll be able to bitch about it for the rest of my life. Which I probably, look, I know this says you're going in negative. Of course you're going to hate it. No, stop with that stuff. I'm not saying any of you said that, but, people will say that for you. People say that, well, you're going in wanting to hate it. It's not wanting to hate anything. I've gone in with a very negative slant before on something, and they changed my mind. They turned me around. I've gone to see things or watch things or have read things where I go, I'm going to hate this. I can tell because I keep seeing, like, whether I saw, ads for it or trailers or whatnot, and going, this is going to be crap. And then and sometimes at least at the minimum go, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Sometimes even that was pretty good. On a rare occasion, I'm like, whoa, that was really good. It's happened. Not a lot. I'm not a lot, granted, but it's happened, and I'm open for it to happen. I mean, the way I hate Disney so much, yes, I can't help it. There's a bias there that makes me not want them to do anything good. But it also makes me it makes me very skeptical that they're capable of doing anything any good. And the things we do know from reviews talking about the movie, yeah, and could not be reached. I'm saying, yeah, I hated The Force Awakens. I'm trying to remember. I went into The Force Awakens that first night, and everyone was all over me because of my bias against Jar Jar Abrams. Said, well, you keep talking bad about it. There's no way you can like the movie. I said, well, but I'll watch it, and we'll see what happens. And, of course, yes, I hated every single second of it. But what really got me the most, I could have walked out and gone, it sucked. What really got my goat at and The Force Awakens is interesting that you bring that up. That was an insane time. That was not quite as bad as 2009 with Jar Jar Abrams' filthy Star Trek reboot. But it was close for me because there were a lot of people, a lot of Star Wars fans that were in this weird sense of denial that were going. I mean, I knew people, and I love them. People I love dearly as friends, even some of them. They're the kind that went to the premiere dressed in Star Wars stuff, and some of them went 501st, people like that. They were going back the first weekend to watch it 5-10 times. So you're not going to be able to reason with somebody like that. They're not going to go in with a critical eye. And that's why I always kind of called it a bit of a cult or a religion. They were cultists. And I was getting attacked pretty good for making fun of it. In fact, I mean, I remember because I had my show back then, of course, but I was getting attacked on Facebook where I did a lot of my, all my, I didn't have Twitter much at the time. So I was doing Facebook. That's where all my contact with the show was and stuff. And I decided to, after I saw the movie, I posted up, I think I said, one thing you could say about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, is that it was definitely filmed and produced and run on movie screens. And shown on movie screens. That's all I wrote. My first reaction. Well, I was just goofing off. I'm just being silly. But that got me a little. I got a couple of people. Like there were a couple people that I was friendly with, but I didn't know that well. That came on. One really nice lady who loved Star Wars. I remember she came on and said, Mike? No, just call me Clobby. That's my name. Clobby? No, it wasn't Clobby. Then you could say Mike. I don't understand what you mean. Of course it was shown on the movie screens. Where else would you see it? It's like, and then other was like, yeah, I knew you were going to be this way. Was there any chance you ever liking it? I knew you were going to do this. I said, what did I say? I didn't even say anything bad about it. I just said it. I mean, I just stated facts. It was made. It was produced. It was filmed or recorded. And it was shown on the movie screen because I saw it. And probably more than that, just one screen that I saw it on. So did I tell any lies? That's what I said. I mean, and every day, like for my next 4 or 5 posts, it was similar to that. I would say something that was just a fact and didn't say whether I liked it or not. And every time I did that, even though I didn't say anything whether I liked it or not, I made some kind of crack like that. You hate it. Yeah. I knew you're going to hate it. And they were mad at me, man. There were people that I liked that I was friendly with. I didn't know them personally. Actually, a couple friends in real life did see it and got pissed at me. Like, oh, I knew you were going to hate it. And I go, well, but I didn't say it. All I'm just saying is that, it was like for 3 days I did that. Because it was, I was said, but I'll have my review on my show. At that point, my show was on Tuesdays or Wednesday nights, I think. And then I did my look back, it was vomited onto screens. Yes, of course it was. Yeah. And I made I'm no good at making memes, but I made a few that were pretty telling. Anyway, so it was no big deal, but I was just being my point is, why do you care what I say? I kept saying, look, why are you getting pissed off at me? I mean, did you like it? Fine. What do you need me to like it for? Who cares if I like it? Am I going to the theater and putting my hands over your eyes and my fingers in your ears and making you not watch it? Did I sabotage your car or something so you couldn't go to the theater? Did I go to your house and grab your DVDs and steal them and throw them out and burn them or something? Who cares what you like? I mean, who cares if I don't like it or what you like? Anyway. But somehow, this is so weird. Somehow, this happened, of course. It was a parallel situation to 2009 when all these so-called Trek fans loved the Jar Jar Abrams trash. And then when Last Jedi came out, nobody gave that any slack. I mean, there were a lot of people who hated, or people who did love, Force Awakens first, now hate it. Which is, look, that's happened to me. I've liked something, didn't like it later. But somehow when Into Dumbness came out, nobody gave it any kind of slack. Zathras. What to say, buddy? So, by the time Last Dead Guy came out, nobody even pretended to like it. And I don't know why I went into the theater to see that one. I guess I was a glutton. I figured, I figured at worst it would just be, yeah. But there's no way I was going to miss him bringing back Luke Skywalker. Boy, do I wish I had. And I'm thinking, okay, we'll give it a shot. It's a different director. It's not Jar Jar Abrams, at least, right? And I hadn't even seen the other movie the guy made, Looper, or whatever. Ryan John, I'm like, okay, come on. It can't be worse than the last one. There's no way. I was pretty confident it would probably suck, but it wasn't going to be worse than the last one. And maybe it would be cool to see Luke Skywalker for a few minutes. But all it took was, and I forget at what point, how early it was in the film now, because I never will watch it again. When he throws the lightsaber over his shoulder, I think I screamed and said, "What in the mother?" I'm not going to finish the sentence. And I yelled it too. It was a crowded theater. I was there with my son, like it was with the first one, sitting up front. And he usually gets that mad when I embarrass him like that, but I don't think he even cared when I yelled it. I think he agreed. I don't remember exactly. It's been a long time. I'm not gonna say what I said, but it was downhill from there, folks. I mean, as you all know, I couldn't the whole time. I couldn't contain myself. Every single scene made me more and more angry because what these people have done to Star Wars. See, I can take good, bad, mediocre Star Wars. That's why the prequels don't bother me that much. Not that they're all that great. Some people like them, some don't. But man, when you do this to Star Wars, Eric K. I heard Clobby does all that, destroys people's cars and DVDs. Well, thanks for ratting me out, pal. Jesus. It's kind of being a secret now. Everybody knows. Probably when Luke did that, I knew we were in trouble. Yeah, oh yeah. Well, when he did that, the movie was over for me. I don't know why I sat through the whole damn thing. I don't know why I sat through the whole piece of shit movie, but yeah, I gotta do. Because I'm a dumbass. So, yeah, man. After that, I've seen worse. I've never seen a worse movie, but there's still been a lot of bad ones. But that I wasn't looking forward to, and at least I didn't go see anything else that was with the title of Star Wars in it at a theater ever again, and never will. That one I do put my foot down on. That one, like I said, I'll go see Indy 5 and I'll go see The Flash or whatever. I went and saw, because I went to see Eternals to review it. That's how smart I am. But the one thing, if it's got the word Star Wars on it, that's it. That's over. Just like Star Trek. The 09 piece of shit and all the other ones. I did not watch those at the theater. That, even I've got my standards somehow. Eric Cave with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. He says, I only watched the first Disney Star Wars. The person I was with said, this is not Star Wars. I agreed. They lost me. Yeah, that's good. Believe me, I wish I'd done it that way. And I'll tell you another thing. Usually the worst, most horrible movies that I hate, I could still watch them again probably. And just to see if, to get more nuance of why I hate them. But there are certain movies that I've watched one time and I hate them so much. My hatred is strong enough. I will never sit through them again. Well, I say never. I guess if I was sitting around with a bunch of friends and we wanted to make fun of it, I don't know, maybe. Last Jedi is one of them. It was that time in the theater, and I never need to see anything from that crap movie again. Man of Steel is another one. I sat through that piece of shit 10 years ago this month, or whatever it is, at the theater, and I'll never sit that piece of filthy trash again. And unless, again, if someone sit around and goof on it, maybe. Fan Four Stick's another one. Never will I ever watch that god-awful, garbage, filthy trash shite. A couple of years back, Eric K, thank you, buddy. He said, hey, Mark D, by the way, if you feel like stopping in, please do, but only if you feel like it, dude. If you're busy, don't worry about it. 2 months. 5 months, clobber level. Okay, so... Okay, we got a that's right. Sorry, DJ Ronnie G with a 2 month member with a member chat. Okay, it's kind of hard for me to see sometimes. He said, I called it quits after Last Jedi, Clyboni. Yep, DJ Ronnie G, I don't blame you one bit, buddy. Thank you so much for that, and thanks for being a member. See, my buddy Flash and I, who used to do the show with me all the time on BTR. We did a list after I moved to YouTube. We did a show a few years back now. It was our most hated movies, our bottom 25, our countdown of our most hated movies of all time. Now remember, it wasn't worst movies. It wasn't a worst movies list. A worst movies list, of course, is different. I'm trying to find that list. I was looking for that list. I was trying to find. I have it somewhere. Because it was just kind of fun. Oh, there we go. Our top 25 most hated movies. I might revise the list. So it wasn't, we had to, I remember when we did it, we had to specify to everyone, no, this isn't about Plan 9 from Outer Space or Manos, the Hands of Fate. It wasn't about what movies we think are bad, because even a bad movie can have a certain charm to it. You think it's funny. It's got to be so bad you hate it. It could be personal. It could be a movie that most people regard as at least so-so or even really like it. It could be, look, on Flash's list, it was hilarious. He's got a couple movies on there. He's got some of the most popular movies. A couple on there I like a lot, love even. But I noticed when I get in my top 5, they're all movies I only sat through once. Wow. No, I take it back. I think my top 8 are. Other ones I only saw like more than one. Holy crapoid. Because I never need to see them again. You might say, you might like it if you watch it. Blame Harrison Ford for The Force Awakens. I do it if you kill me off. Yeah, look, I blame Harrison Ford for that and Indy. Harrison Ford had the kind of pull and the kind of power. I don't care what he says. He does. He did. He could have said, look, I'm not doing, it's one thing if you kill me in a more, if you kill Han Solo in a, heroic fashion or some sort, not getting stabbed by his idiotic son with a lightsaber. And another thing he needed to say is, look, don't you think the fans want to see the 3 main characters together one more time? He should have said, I'll do the movie. If he should have dictated terms. And if they didn't like it, hey, walk. They would have paid him. But the thing is, Lucas, it's all Lucas's fault because he shouldn't have sold Star Wars. I mean, Harrison Ford doesn't like Han Solo, and apparently he claims to love Indiana Jones, so we'll see about when we see this movie, won't we? He could have that little dignity, but he also needed to have a scene. They didn't just kill a character. They didn't just ruin Luke. They didn't just ruin Leia. They destroyed them all. And they didn't even have the common decency to give us a scene with the 3 of them in there. And these people are villains as far as I'm concerned. Okay, I'm not equating them with axe murderers. But they did do something really egregious, something really sinister and horrible to a gigantic chunk of the world that loves something. These are rotten. I mean, there are other people that, if they make a crappy movie, they'll just make them a bad guy. I mean, look at Joel Schumacher made one of the worst movies ever made of Batman and Robin. And later he apologized because fans didn't like that and didn't like them doing that movie. And he said, I'm sorry. I just thought, I thought I was making a movie people would like, and I'm sorry that I did something. I mean, and unfortunately, he passed away. There's a class act. How would you like it? I mean, what kind of person are you when you destroy something that means something to so many people? When you deprive people, because again, Schumacher really just thought he was making a fun movie, and it's a stupid movie and it sucks. But it didn't. I mean, at the time, I was like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" But you can at least laugh at it in some ways. This was a horrific act that Kathleen Kennedy, George Lucas is complicit. Jar Jar Abrams. Hey, Harrison Ford. As much as I can't stand Mark Hamill, he was one of the ones that he didn't know what the hell was going on until he got the script. Carrie Fisher, I don't blame her for anything either, really. But Harrison Ford, I do. These people, and the other actors, I don't blame anything either. These people, and Lewis Johnson, did something horrible. Imagine how much of the world loves Star Wars. More than any other pop culture phenomenon and piece of fiction, a beloved piece of art and fiction. Nothing is more popular than that in the whole world. At that point, up to almost in that point, it had been almost up to what 40 years almost at that point. 40 years, nearly. And these shitbags take it, and they knew better. They knew better, and they stuck it to people that I guess they had a reason. As far as I'm concerned, these are loathsome, rotten, horrible people to do this. Not because they made a shitty movie. If they just made a shitty movie, I wouldn't care. But they knew that they only had so much time, and they had an opportunity that the three main people, all we wanted was, look, I don't know about you guys, even if The Force Awakens wasn't that good, but it had a chunk of the movie where we get the big three back in there, and and Chewie and C-3PO and R2 mixed with the new people, and at the end, if Han did die a heroic death, and then maybe in the next one, Luke dies a heroic death, but they're the characters that we loved and not these warped versions of them, like Han regressing into a deadbeat dad and Luke being a horrible, rotten scumbag. And they've been just sort of okay movies. I mean, they've been not very good at all. It would have been at least something. And these people took that away. They're loathsome creatures, in my opinion. Nasty, worthless pieces of trash, in my opinion. I mean, old news. We've talked about this for a long time, and I'm not breaking any ground here. I realize that. But it's just a damn shame. It really is. Yep, Fleabag will kill Indy just like she killed James Bond, yeah. You're right. It's over. It's over. What's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Hell, everyone. Had some work to do tonight, so I was.
Oh no, big. You didn't have to pop in. I was just giving you the invite if you wanted to.
It's late enough. God. Well, you're never done with work, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I was really bad today. I had pizza for lunch and dinner.
Oh, that's bad.
No self-control. Yep. And at lunch they made me get shrimp pizza again, so it was really bad.
Man. I was bad and I spent money I shouldn't, but other than that, and especially since I got to buy a battery for my truck.
Hopefully it was an action figures or something good.
Well, I shouldn't have done it because I think I've got to go buy a battery for my truck. It's having issues, but I went ahead anyway. And no, it was a T-shirt from the Legion guys. I couldn't resist.
Oh, nice. Yeah, well.
I hope they send me the right one because I messed it up. Yeah.
Is it one of those ones you can customize or?
Well, no, but I ordered the wrong kind, and I wrote back to them and called them, and they said they're going to fix it. So, but I mean, the wrong type
before it's shipped.
Sure,
right,
I hope they do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I noticed it after I already paid for it, but anyway, shouldn't be spending that money. But it's a Legion shirt. Oh my God, it's so cool. Oh, damn it, J-Man, you made me have to. For some reason, it's your fault, even though you're not here. Because it's a Legion shirt, and he got a really cool Legion. I didn't get the one you got, J-Man, but it's anyway. I should get that one. So yeah. No, nothing going on. I was just wild carding it tonight. Just wild carding it.
No, I was listening for a bit. Yep.
Oh.
So yeah, all good. Yep. So you're excited to see the Flash? I can see. Yep.
Let's take a look at that poll there.
What's the poll up to? Yep.
No,
I think that the preview looked pretty good when I went to see Into the Spider-Verse. But I guess that's just because it's Michael Keaton, I guess, right?
I'll tell you something off air because I'm not sure if it's true or not. To see what you think about the preview after I tell you that. But right now, At 32 votes, it's 72% no and 28% yes. That's a better margin than Indy got. Still
not looking good.
Oh, by the way,
Not
I'm going to go.
for...
Are you going?
Oh, yeah, I'm going. Yep. It's the
I'm
day
not proud
before
of
my
it.
birthday, so I'm going to invite all
it's your birthday movie.
local buddies. Yeah, so hopefully they'll like it better than Green Lantern.
Oh, Jesus. I just thought of that. Oh, you're going to be in bad trouble. This is going to be the second crap superhero movie that you forced your friends to go see on your birthday. Be ashamed of yourself.
Yep, I'm a bad friend. And yes,
man.
Oh yeah, we got that. We got the smoke here. I shouldn't joke about blaming Canada, but yeah, it's
blame Canada.
A haze here. Oh man, it was bad today. It was like
really,
oh really bad. Yeah, I mean it's all looks like the end of the world stuff. Yeah, so it looks like City Alpha
Ray
6.
Invader.
Yeah.
I've heard that's true, but I don't know about the Nicolas Cage. You want to go ahead? Sorry.
No, I just said, look outside. I posted a picture on Twitter from work, and it's like dark at 3 p.m. I mean, it's hazy and it smells bad. You can't breathe well. They don't want anyone to go outside, so everyone stay inside on YouTube, I guess. Yeah, but it's really bad. So
wow,
you couldn't see half of the.
I saw you posted that. Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't see half of the George Washington Bridge. They canceled all the sports ball events tonight. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Curtis says, yep. Detroit area 175 AQI. It looks like 1970s LA smog. Holy crapple. Will that pass through okay?
Is what?
Is it going to pass through all right? I mean,
hopefully it's going to pass through. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this goes away. I feel bad for I can only imagine what it's like, up in Canada or where, even closer. I mean, if it's going this far down, it's smoky.
So what is this coming from again?
Canadian wildfires. Mm-hmm. So that's what Raquel was posting today about how bad.
Oh, really?
They always have wildfires, I guess, which is scary. But yeah, I mean,
and me with my wildfire mask on.
Yeah, I guess they're. I was trying to goggle it and see where it's located out of, but yeah, Yankee White Sox game was canceled. WNBA. Yeah, all the games are canceled. Yeah, I just wonder where it's located. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, record-setting wildfires. Yep. So not good. Yep. We need Superman to come put those out. Yep.
Usually heard about those in California.
Yeah, usually it's more of that.
Knock on wood. Hoping we'll get it.
Out on the west. Yeah, out on the west. So. I guess Nova Scotia looks like Calgary. I can't try to do the accent, but yeah, no, it's bad stuff. Yeah.
That's a shame. Sorry, Canadian friends. Please be careful. Take precautions there. With all of them, a lot of them have to stay home from work, or
I don't know if they're staying home from work, but here they just canceled all outdoor activities basically.
Wow.
And people are wearing masks again outside.
Aren't you pretty far from Canada?
Yeah. Well, I'm in New York City area. It's traveling, yeah. So I mean, if you look at the pictures of the wildfire, yeah.
Is this going over New York City pretty good too?
Oh yeah. Here, I'll show a couple pictures. Yeah. It's it looks like Zod has landed again.
Wow.
We don't want to mention that movie, but here I'll show some pictures. Yeah.
But you did tie it into geek stuff. It's what we do here, so.
Yeah, see, I did mention it's like
it's very adroitly done.
Zod is trying to take over again. Yeah. Kneel before Zod, but here's
kneel before Zod.
It looks like Mars actually, with the red color. That's New York City, yeah. So here was the Empire State Building in New York. Mm-hmm. You can smell it too, so I'm gonna have some words with Raquel tomorrow.
People getting off the streets or what?
Yeah, well, I mean it's smoky. I mean you're walking around like a haze of smoke. So I wouldn't want to be doing any exercise. So it's pretty bad. Yeah, look at that. So it looks like Actually, it looks like City Alpha. This is City Alpha 5.
This is City Alpha 5.
Yeah. So I guess up. Oh, here's the map. I guess of all the air quality, but it's coming down. Unhealthy. Connecticut, very unhealthy. So I guess the fires are up. I'm assuming up in this area. Syracuse, New York was supposed to be very, very bad too.
The black marks there.
I guess is that the? Oh no, that's the lakes. That's the lakes there. Yeah. So I guess these are where it's really, really bad. So it's come down.
Oh, I see.
Through Syracuse is supposed to be really bad too. Yep. Maybe that's hazardous. Consult your doctor. We're not doctors there, yeah, but
everyone's talking about Blade Runner.
Yeah. So bad stuff. Yeah, not good. Yeah.
Not a gooder.
Yep. So
damn.
Tells you how powerful nature is, right? Yeah.
Yep.
With it was worse in the afternoon too. Yeah. It was worse in the afternoon because it actually, I went for lunch. I walked to lunch and then had my shrimp pizza. I met an old high school buddy, and then it kept getting worse and worse in the afternoon. So yeah.
Damn. Yep. Well, that's a damn shame. Sorry, I'm sorry I went out there in Canada. I know you guys are getting the worst of it, and I'm just so sorry. Hope they can get that under control. Man.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah. So,
oh dear.
Yep.
So what did you say you bought other than pizza? You didn't buy anything. You didn't enable it, did you? No.
Oh, I didn't enable it. What came across my there was something that I put in my enabling folder. Let me check what the heck was it? There was something new that was.
Keep trying to find that Star-Lord.
Oh, there was a book.
It's just too much.
There was a book. Oh yeah, there's a book I wanted to show you. Let's see. Let me find this book. It was a book on comic book. Let me go into Amazon. Add it to my cart. It was a book on comic book shows from the 90s. So let me show this. Yep. Let me put this in the chat. So
comic book shows?
Yep. Comic book people too. Photographs from the 90s. So it's photographs. It's a coffee table book. And the algorithm picked it up for me because of all the comic book stuff that I buy. So let me just let me get this open in my tab here. Let me do it so I'm not signed in, so you can't see my personal shopping cart. Let's see here. But it looks like they're saying it's back before comic book conventions became the big Hollywood draws are there today. Back when you could mingle with the likes of Jack Kirby, like you got to do, and it was more just a geek fest for all the true believers, I guess you'd say. So here, let me share my screen now.
Could not be reached. Says I wasn't able to get him. Sorry. Get who? To whom do you refer? Oh, you mean like okay, from cons and stuff?
Yeah. So read this high. Maybe you're even on the cover. This high quality hardcover coffee table book offers a unique peek at the comic book conventions before there were big pop culture events. When the giants of the industry, aka Jack Kirby, mingle casually with their peers and fans. It features some 600 candid photos of comic creators taken in the 90s, along with commentary and anecdotes about each person. The candid photos depict not only golden and silver age comic book greats and mainstream creators of the period, but also publishers and editors, underground and alternative cartoonists, big name fans, comic strip cartoonists, animation directors and voice actors, science fiction and fantasy authors, and movie and TV celebrities. So let's see if I have any.
Maybe somebody some
blow it up.
There's some Google pictures on there.
Let's see.
Frank Miller.
Yeah, God, he looks so different there.
Yeah, Bertie Wrightson. I can't tell that
Wrightson.
guy in the next to Wrightson. Wrightson's with the glasses. Not sure. Familiar, but not sure. God, I know that guy, but I can't. Remember, this was a long time ago now.
Yeah.
That's Peter Baig.
Just to read the name tag.
Dave Cockrum. That's George Perez. That
George
might
Perez,
be Cockrum.
right? Yeah.
There's George Perez. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jim Owsley, Christopher Priest. Wow.
But as soon as it came up on my feed, I'm like, this book is going to be something you probably would love to read with your love of comic history by Jack Estrada. There's not a lot, and I guess it's comic book people too. So
maybe
I guess it's a comic
maybe
book
if
people.
we Googled, maybe we just
Yeah. Oh, here's the
pictures. Oh, the first one.
Oh, the 70s and 80s. Yep. Here we go. But let me just read let's read this, I guess, or check this out. Yep. Jackie Estrada has been involved in comics since the late 60s when she and her then husband Davey Estrada collected comics and subscribed to just about every fanzine. She attended SDCC in the summer of 70. Has been all of them ever since. She began volunteering with Comic-Con in 75, handling PR chores. She went to edit the Souvenir Book and other publications beginning in 77, on and off through the 80s and into the 90s. Since 90, she's been the administrator of the Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards, comics' most prestigious awards program. For the last decade, she has produced Comic-Con's at Show Events Guide. She's been an avid photographer since her first course in college in the mid-60s, and her photos of comic creators have appeared in numerous books and publications. So it sounds like she's the photographer. And let's, Rocketeer Artist Edition.
I know who has that. My buddy Mark C. Bought that from Claude.
Bought that, yep.
I think he bought it from Claude.
Interesting, yep.
One of them bought one from the other.
Yeah, so this book is getting good.
Would there be pictures?
Yeah, maybe a picture. Well, let's check the first book cover too, just the comic book people, 70s and 80s, I guess. Yep. Let's just see if I can get them big in that one. See this image. Let's see if there's any. I'm sure we'll.
Oh, Alan Moore.
There's Alan Moore. You can't mistake Alan Moore, right? Yeah.
Archie Goodwin. Billy Mummy.
Yeah, it's Billy Mummy, yeah.
Sergio Aragonés. Ray Bradbury. Oh, there's Will Eisner.
Yep, Bradbury, yeah.
I'm having trouble. Was that Ralph? I can't. Maybe not. Keep going. I can't figure him out. I'm not sure.
Oh, we know who that is. Yeah.
King of Comics. There's Dave Stevens.
Well, that guy on the far right looks familiar.
He does.
Ditko's got to be on this.
Harvey P. Carr. What'd you say? Frank Miller.
Surprised. Oh, well, I guess this is a convention, so Ditko probably never went to a convention, right?
Ditko didn't go to. I don't know that guy with the sunglasses.
Well, that's Flash.
Never heard him.
Funky
Flashman.
Flashman.
Well,
let's Google it, like you said, and see.
If there's that. Go down.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Go back up. They keep going. Of Jim Lee.
Oh, that's Jim Lee. Yep.
There's Alan. Last time he ever went to the States. So, yeah.
Let's see if we goggle it, if we see.
Any pics and stuff.
Yeah,
I have a this card set they did back in the 90s because it was comic book creators cards, which is really cool.
Well, I can't imagine it's they have a ton of pictures up on the interwebs, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's
Look at
see
Harlan
what
Ellison in yellow.
What is he grabbing there? Yep, let's see if this gives us anything.
Grabber.
Well, this is just a. Well, this looks kind of cool actually, but this is
the book.
No, I think there's a PDF I just stumbled across. But, guy, can you imagine being at a con and having Kirby drawing the thing and Dr. Doom right in front of you?
1970. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just put this. I just stumbled across this. Just
what is this? I love this, whatever it is. Look at that guest list.
Me.
Kirk Allen, I met him. Lee Brackett, wow. Edmund Hamilton, Jesus. Send me that PDF later if you think about it.
Yeah, just put it in the link, but I'll save it. Yep.
Notable guest Bob Clampett. Oh man, Harry Harrison. Wow.
Looney Tunes.
A Bob Clampett cartoon.
This is great. Good.
Well, Kirby helped start that. That's San Diego Con. Neil Adams, DC Fontana, June Fourway, Mike Friedrich, Carmen Infantino.
Must have been such a different convention there too. I'm sure the
people. It was comics. It was mostly
and the people are probably so accessible. I'm sure too. The creators.
Yeah.
I mean, much more than not that they're not. I mean, you go to Comic-Con, they are just sitting in that hall too. But I guess I'm guessing they not charging $30 for an autograph. I'm sure back then.
Look at that though. Milton Caniff, Frank Capra. Chuck Jones, Russ Manning,
Chuck Jones, legendary.
Russell Myers, Charles Schultz. Good Lord, Magil Barrett and Walter Koenig.
Wow, and that's in '74, so that's before the first. Is that before the first Star Trek convention, or is that
was a couple years earlier?
Yeah, but when was the first Trek convention? 73,
72 or 3.
So okay, all right. So what's that? And that's what's it?
Let's see what this one
Kirby drawing there.
Let me see what they have here. Robert Block, Will Eisner, Gil Kane, Stan Wee. Funky Flashman, Chuck Norris, Jerry Siegel. Wow, Jim Skaranko, Theodore Sturgeon. Good Lord, man.
Oh God, I could have brought Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Bring my Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode and get them signed back in '75, right when they came out, right? Yeah.
Yep. Robert Block, great writer.
Great writer, yeah. Did he write some stuff for Star Trek too?
He wrote right. Yeah, Rob wrote some Trek episodes.
Yeah. I got it. Sergio
Aragonés, Mel Blanc. Wow. Dale Messick. Jill Schuster. Wow. Yeah. Oh. What is this? A mag?
Star Wars.
This is just the programs from San Diego, right?
Well, I guess it's just a recap of what's there. Yeah, just what was there, the history of, just the synopsis, I guess. But C.C. Beck, wow.
Mike Kaluta, Robert Heinlein, Walter Gibson, Joe Kubert, Harvey Kurtzman, met them.
Yeah.
Roy Tomalis, housewife. Wow. John Buscema, Gardner Fox, Poop Kane. Wow, Russ Heath, Bern Hogarth, met him. Gray Morrow.
Bob Kane, SOB, yeah.
Bob Kane.
Bob Kane, co-creator of Batman and Robin with Bill Finger. This must have been a newer PDF.
No, right? Back then in the industry, they used to acknowledge Finger all the time. They just couldn't do it legally.
They did. They did do it back then. Okay, yeah.
But they never acknowledged Frank Foster. So
look at this. Jack Kirby announces the birth of a grandchild in his art for the souvenir book. A new Kirby generation salutes the San Diego Comic-Con. That's awesome. Wow.
Yep.
Hey, look, they list him co-creators Batman.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
Frank Foster never got anything, but at least Bill Finger started getting that for them.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Marshall Rogers, John Romita, Mort Walker, Len Wein.
Larry's saying link, please.
Well, sure, I did put it
I thought
in.
you put it in there.
I shall put it in again.
Oh, okay.
That's very easy to do. Here we go. This whatever Wednesday we randomly find stuff. Yeah, which is great. Yeah. Who's drawing there? Let's see.
Wild card Wednesday.
Can't tell who's. Wonder who the artist is. I wonder who the artist is in this. Let me zoom in, and I'll zoom back
on
out.
which one?
Detail. John Romita sketches Spider-Man. His TV cameras and Spider-Man. I was just wondering who did this. So yeah, it's John Romita. Cool. Yep. So let me zoom back out a little bit. Yeah, you can look at the floor. I mean, it's big, but it's nothing like it is today. I mean,
No.
yeah, that's probably
cool stuff.
much better. Yeah,
I love this.
look at that.
I probably gonna take. Oh, and that con was really a comic con.
Imagine you had the souvenir book and go get Jack Kirby to sign it for you. How cool that would be. Or
Man,
Will
those
Eisner,
souvenir books are probably really expensive now.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's so good.
Wow. I love it.
Schultz, yeah. Very cool, yeah. Oh, that was a lucky
Thanks for showing that. Very nice.
lucky find there. Yeah, lucky find. Yeah. See what happens when you Google things? Oh yeah, here's here's our favorite Star Trek writer. Yep. I don't think that. I mean, not that I'm condoning that, but that.
No,
I think that was kind of a friendly, like a.
Is
it like it shouldn't? Yeah,
yeah,
today would be.
He's
but it wasn't. It wasn't like she was laughing too. It wasn't like not that you should ever do anything like that, but yeah, it was.
They were friends.
They're friends, yeah.
Well,
that's why the Scarlett Johansson was on a red carpet years ago, and one of the guy grabbed her boob right on the TV camera, but he got away with it because he was of a certain persuasion. They said she didn't slap him or do anything. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, but this was like 10 or 15 years ago, and nothing happened to the. She laughed it. She laughed it off like it was a joke.
They said it's a blank download, by the way.
It was what?
Larry says the words blank download. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, blank download? Oh, sorry, Larry.
Hey, Fiona, how you doing?
I was able to download it. That's weird.
Fiona's here. What's up? We're just about to get out of here, too. Damn.
Hey, Fiona. I was able to. That's weird. Let's see. Here's the. Let's see if I click. Where'd it go? Go back.
Good to see you, Fiona.
Let's see. Copy link address. Let's see if this works again.
Browsing as a guest.
Oh, that's why. Yeah. Go to site. Yeah.
Let me.
Yeah. So this is the comiccon.org sites. Yep. So that link hopefully should work.
Send that link. Yeah. Hopefully that will. I don't know what the deal is, Larry, but they got it now. He said he got it now.
They got it. Okay. Good.
All right. Well, I'm gonna close the poll up in here.
Yep.
Let's see. The poll, of course, the first poll, everybody was, as you all in the first hour was, are you planning to go see Indy 5? And 90% people said no. 9% said yes. And up in this one here, we've got, are you planning to go see The Flash? And 72% said no. And 27% said yes. That's out of 36 votes. Thank you all for participating in that. I do appreciate it. I do indeed. And let's see. Did you just send me something?
I did send you that PDF link.
Oh, thank you.
Before I forget.
Thank you. So, I guess it's about time to begin to mosey. It is a school night for some of you out there. In fact, we all got things to review and stuff. I know I got things to review.
Oh, Tales of Tomorrow.
Yeah, I need to get.
Gotta
I
watch
really
that.
need-
Let me
if
tell
I can, I
you.
hope I can get the episodes from you.
Well, you can just I
Hey,
have
tell
them on
everybody the
my
episodes if you want.
thingy bob, but
I don't know what
yeah,
that
let me
means.
figure
I
out.
couldn't get them last time without talking to you.
And they're also on the YouTubes. But let me
Yeah, but I don't know the episode to watch. I know it's
oh
on
yeah,
the-
let me take. Oh
Dude,
yeah, yeah, okay, yep.
I'm talking about the ones
Sorry.
to watch. Yeah, because
I got
in
you, I
fact, I
got
took
you.
a chance. I went and watched. In fact, I was so desperate to find out which episode I was supposed to watch last week, so I could surprise Raquel with having watched it.
Yep.
I went and watched since I couldn't get you, I couldn't get in contact with you, so I went and watched our previous show to see if you guys were going to mention it on there. I'm like, oh
sorry.
God, no, that's all right. But next time after we review one, we should put out something. What the next two
Yeah,
are
so
gonna
we
be.
know what the next two. Yeah, so we can maybe put that in your community tab. Let's
Yeah,
see. So the
that
two
would be a bad
episodes.
idea.
Yeah, so the 2 episodes are
And the UFO episode too.
Ahead of His Time and Bird in Hand.
You really think I'm going to remember that?
Well, I'm going to put it in the
You
messenger
put it
too.
in the clubhouse.
Yep, let me do
Or
both.
yeah, messenger's even good. Didn't go to New York. Oh, thanks. Okay. Now that'll help. Now I have it.
That'll help.
And as
right?
for
Yeah.
UFO, I think I can figure that out because you have been prod order on the thingy.
Yeah, and I missed last week, and I've got a Boy Scout meeting tomorrow night at 6:00. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do the. Hopefully, I'll be home in time for the watch party. Do a watch party, but
Gotcha.
I shall see.
Um,
Yep.
Raquel is writing short stories at the moment. Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, everybody, I guess for those who didn't get to see it, this is a preview. Another just gonna treat you all. I showed it a little earlier, but let me show it again. We're starting a new segment on Saturday Night Star Trek, and I'm going to, for many of the videos, we're going to review Star Trek comics, just one at a time, nothing major, not a lot, and it's going to be pretty random. I have spoken, but our wonderful first officer made this nifty little opening introduction for it. I showed, and I debuted it here tonight, and we'll go one more time. I'll play it as our end credits after we do our show notes and shout outs. How about that?
Yep.
And so I'll play us out with that so people can see it. Because she did such a wonderful job on it. It deserves to be seen a lot. All right. So any closing words before we get out of here, Marker?
Well, everyone stay safe out there. Hopefully those wildfires are gonna calm down, and hope everything is much better in the next few days. So just check out the clubhouse tomorrow night, and I'll keep you guys posted if I do hopefully I can do a watch party for the UFO episode, which I'm not just at episode 4. I missed last week, so I think it's episode 14 or 15. I gotta check it.
Yeah.
But look for the community tab and
15,
Twitter. 15, yep. So
Yeah.
I'd like to, if I had time, I'd double up. I hate missing a watch party. They're
Crease.
fun to hang out with everyone. Yep.
Crease 1984. Hey, though, they're good to see you. Warrior of Justice. Hello. Oliver Billamonte. Hello. People, good friends popping in at the last minute there. Good to see you. Sorry to step on you there. Go ahead.
Oh, it's all good. Yep. That wasn't. And
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah. So hopefully we'll do that, and looking forward to I'll definitely be there for the clubhouse tomorrow night. So looking forward to that.
Okie dokie. Well, as just mentioned, folks, the clubhouse is in session tomorrow night. I'll be at over at Tom Connor's Midnight Edge After Dark around 6 p.m. Standard Time with those great folks over there. But then at 9 Central, Club Ace Clubhouse is back in session. We will have of course, number one, the first officer will be there. Chief Engineer Mark will be back with us, and we'll have a review of a couple of episodes of Tales of Tomorrow, and then a review of an episode of Jerry Anderson's UFO, and then we'll start a new feature. I will review maybe we all will. Who knows? A new Star Trek comic. This will just be like the beginning, the first one that we'll talk about a Star Trek comic. It'll actually be the Marvel Super Special number 15, Star Trek the Motion Picture comic book adaptations, because that's my first Star Trek comic ever. So we'll start with that. Then we'll go random.
Are we just doing the first contact? Sorry to interrupt, but the first comic and The whole thing. All so I should read all three.
Yeah, because we don't even have to read anything. You've all seen the movie. You've read the comic a million
Yeah.
times. You can read it.
Well, it's fun
We're
to
just
read
gonna
it though.
talk
Yeah,
about
but the
it.
first three issues.
I sent the link, by the way,
Oh, you did. Okay, thank you.
to you guys in the the Twitter thing.
Yep.
So where were I? Okay. So there's that. Then Friday night, I'll be hanging with the great Nick Weiser. Oh no, I keep thinking it back. He won't have one. He may not have a show this Friday night.
Right?
If he does, it'll be a short one. He's going to be in Dallas. I asked him that tonight, and he said he may or may not, or last night, and I keep forgetting. So I don't think there'll be a Friday night comic shop talk tonight, but there is. I'll hang out with him. But there usually is. And then, of course, Saturday night, Star Trek, same Trek time, same Clobby channel, 10 Eastern, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, 4 more episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Then there's the Sunday night geekery at the great Mark D with a C's channel. He is now a fully deputized agent of the YouTube law.
Thank you.
10 p.m. Eastern. It's always a great time hanging out there, everybody. Put your channel, of course, in the chat. It's in the description, but still, everyone, please, if you have not, please go to Mark's channel and subscribe. We thank you. Then Monday night, it's a double feature of Mark C. Comics Talk. Every B Monday of the month, and that means the second Monday. The great J-Man and I go to take a trip to Earth B and visit the Wacky World of Bob Haney for a Wacky World of Bob Haney presentation. That is reviewing another one of the comic by one of the wackiest comic writer who ever lived. The crazy nutso world of Bob Haney is called Earth B for a reason. And we just have a great time reviewing these wackadoodle comics by this wackadoodle writer and we're saying it in the best. I mean, obviously, sounds disrespectful. I know the man wrote what he wrote was. I'm sorry, it's just you have to experience it to believe it. Anyway, so there's that. Then of course later I'll have a Monday night Mark C. Comics Talk normal show at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Well, it's me, so it's not normal, but you know what I mean. Talking all things comics for that. And then, of course, next Wednesday night, a week from tonight, I welcome back the great Michael French of Retro Blasting to hang out with me to talk just various basic stuff. We'll probably just have a basic visit, no particular topic. It's just been a while since I've been able to hang out with Michael. He is a great friend of mine, of course. If you haven't been to Retro Blasting, please go to their channel and subscribe. It's one of the greatest ones that's been around for a long time. It needs no introduction, but just in case. So another hello there, Teague. Admiral Teague, good to see you. Another Clobberin Times Retro Blasting Team Up Classic coming your way a week from tonight. And then, of course, the following week on a Monday, J-Man and I will be back to reviewing Legion, the whole run, their whole Silver and Bronze Age run. So thank you all so much for being here with us tonight. I guess I should probably shout everybody out. What do you think? Not a good idea.
Oh, and I just want, that'd be a good idea. I just want to mention too, my Raquel's just shin kicked me. My Patreon, you can get a Doomsday Machine.
Oh yes,
through my Patreon for $80. So you have to sub for 2 months at the $40 level, and of course then just cancel after that. But that way, if you want one of those awesome super duper Doomsday Machines, you can get one through my Patreon right now. And I'll put the link in again. But,
nice.
Yep. So that's fun.
Very
so I've
nice.
been printing them. I don't want to sell too many just to keep the galaxy safe, but yeah,
there you go.
Find it there. Yep.
Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. Absolutely, that is badass. Herc, good to see you there, Herc. And of course, the great Eric K, the Bronze Wrencher. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Thank you for being here, man. It's great to see you. Chris Persia, the Vindicator Wrench of the North. Watch that smog, buddy. Vindicated away for us. Be careful out there. Seriously, be careful up there, bud. That great D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron. As always, man. Thanks for being there. I hope our Lord and Lady thought they're all okay up there as well. Avon lives long, live the Legion. My partner in crime on Earth B and fellow Legionnaire reviewer extraordinaire, the Wrench Without Fear, dear J-Man. Sorry, I can't talk tonight. Hungry Boy, master of the Clobberin, and comic artist supreme. Speaking of supreme, the Super Wrench Kal-El and Thor, Maddie's daddy, And of course, at Fanti Outsider and Maximum Redstone, our own music meister. And also Lady Miss. Man, we're pretty lucky. We got some really lovely ladies here tonight. I love that, of course. Lady Miss, thank you for popping in. Of course, let's see here. The lovely Fiona is here as well. Great to see you, Fiona. Great to see you, the lovely Lisa and Janet from another planet. So it's always nice when some of the ladies pop in. And now I guess I could shout out you guys too, but you're not as important as ladies. We know that. Brian Hepburn, thank you for being here, buddy. Admiral T, good to see you, my friend. Let's see here. I have to scroll a little bit. Hang on, I have to scroll. Crease, 1984. Thank you for popping in. Good to see you. Oliver Belamonte, Donnie Pearson, Jay Picasso. I almost didn't see you there. Hey, good to see you there, though. Larry, my friend. Yay. Let's see. Bush Pan down. Hey there. Keely Chow, Roll Tide. Could not be reached for further comment. Gray Invader. All right. Let's see. We like to shout everybody out here. It's important to us because I want you all to know. I always want you all to know how important it is to me that you show up, and I really do appreciate it. The great J.T. Kirk. And let's see here. Sorry. It takes me a second to get to ones that I haven't seen yet. DJ Ronnie G. Good to see you, sir. Go too fast sometimes. Sorry. I have
a lot of people here tonight.
Yep. Zathras. Let's see. Bop. Let's see. Hang on, everybody. I'm getting to y'all. Sometimes it takes a while to get the Gwagnar was here. Hey, Gwagnar. As soon as I get to somebody that haven't called out yet, it takes a while sometimes to get, I'm scrolling up. So sorry about that, everybody. It won't take too much longer.
We need a faster computer.
It's not the computer in this case. It's me.
All right.
It's not even me. I just got so many, like you said, there are a lot of people here.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah,
I hope I don't miss anybody. I'm trying not to miss anybody with my stupid eyesight. That 70s rock fan. I hope you feel better, buddy. Good. I'm glad you popped in, man.
Well, he said he got some good news today. He finally went to the ER. Thankfully, I was talking to Brian a lot, 70s a lot last night after the show, and he's been miserable. So we hope you're feeling better and get some action soon on your back, because I know when your back is not feeling good, you're miserable. I mean, yeah,
absolutely, bud. Get better soon, buddy. Joseph Dredd, here comes the judge. Dar CPO. That's as good as any of his vamping music, I guess. It's not really music, is it? It's just me going bop. But so
yeah.
Okay, we're getting to that point where do I have everybody? Did I get everybody? Did I not get everybody? It's getting to that point. It's getting tense. Who knows? Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division. Anti-derivative Jill. Hello, Jill. Let's see. The Common Nerd popped in. Yay. Hey, buddy. All right. Now, I think I'm confident enough to say we're getting to that point where I probably got everybody. So I'm going to go ahead and say now with confidence, perhaps ill-deserved, perhaps not, that I have your Muslim uncle, hey there. Now after that one, have called out everybody who was in the chat tonight. I think I got them all this time. I'm going to go way out on a limb and say there's nobody else at all that once I get to the top. Claude Salling, except for Claude. I mean, obviously Claude Salling, yes. But other than him, there's no Mr. Angels. Chef was here, that's right. And Juxtapose. Okay, other than them, and Simply Steve was here too, see? So other than them, nobody was here but us.
Did Dadman show up tonight?
No.
No, he's still on the road, I think. Just checking. Yep, because I wasn't here for the whole show.
No, I got you. I don't think so, though. So it looks like we got everybody. I'm gonna go. Yeah, there we go. See, I knew it. We got everybody. Almost to the top. Yeah, got them all. Unless somebody popped in at the last second there. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. Dad Man's home now? He got home? Okay, good.
I think he's or getting home tonight or something. I think he's on his way. So I was watching his stream today.
Good.
So from the road, and all gas stations are safe. So
good. Come fly with me, come fly away. All righty. Well, my friends, thank you so much. Yep, start wrecking across the universe. I love that song. Can't sing it though; we'll get in trouble.
Well, no, the singing wouldn't get us in trouble, would it? No.
I don't know. Doomcock doesn't sing whole songs because he's afraid he's going to get in trouble.
Oh, he's afraid. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, have a wonderful remainder of your night. I'm going to play this message, and then I'm going to play the new outro for the Star Trek Comics Review segment that Raquel made for me. So please stay tuned for that. It's really cool. After this message.
Warp drive, Mr. Scott. Ahead, Warp 1, Mr. Sulu.
Accelerating to Warp 1, sir.
I just love clobbering time.